If for me, sucker, then I need to be fine right now. Bitch, I blow your mind right now. And I ain't fucking around right now. Yeah. Come on now. I hope you understand that I'm the man. I'm the man. You know I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Baby, let me get behind 10, y'all, because I don't have time for all that. I don't. Y'all hit the like button. Ha! Scoot up in here like a bumper car. Yes, I don't feel like all that on-camera shit this morning. I sure don't. But hey, Booba Stars, hey, I know I promised y'all a late night show. And listen, baby, okay, just like Amazon, I thought I was going to deliver. Yeah. Uh, yeah. I said, I just thought I was coming on with it. Thought I was coming to fuck with it. But unfortunately, so, unfortunately, though, y'all, I didn't know how to access Queen Radio, okay? I need to get over there with these barbs. I got to get with some barbs. Barbs. Hit me up. Hit my line. Ha! Hit my jack. Child, I'm hungry. So anyway, this is just like, I don't know what to call this. You know what? We're gonna call this politicking hour. I should have put it in the what's the call it? Yeah, I'm gonna just call this politicking hour, y'all, because I got so much going on for real. Like I wanna do this like Jonathan said. The right way. Ha! Yeah. So shout out to that. Now truth is, like Fantasia said, I need to never had a real reason. All I get is bits and pieces. Hey, that's my song. Shout out to 50 Cent. Who am I now? I hope you understand that I'm the man. I'm the man. You know I'm the man. That's my song. Anyway, oh yeah, I thought I shared on Facebook. Share some of my favorite tunes on Facebook. I don't be having nothing to talk about on Facebook at all. This is what it is. So I get on there every now and then and play around. You see when I feel like playing around. So anyway, I try to hit them with something positive every now and then. You know what I'm saying? A little positive quote or a little, something from a song, one of my favorite songs. So anyway, a song that I like, should I say? But yes, y'all, I have so much going on. Like this week, listen, this week has told me off the bone. Okay. I mean, like, mentally, I just was like, mentally, I'm okay, right? I'm okay because, I just don't feel like just laying down. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to just lay down. And so, like, yeah, you got to get up and fight. So, like, y'all, I've been fighting all week, basically. I've been fighting all week, honey. Just the bullshit, because life is good. You know what I'm saying? One of my friends hit me up this weekend was, basically just checking on me and, what I'm saying? And, first thing came to my mind, girl, life is good, minus all the bullshit. And that's the truth. Yeah. But anyway, ooh, yes, Lord. It is. It really is. But, it's going to always be something. child, like he sweathead said. So now when I get me a studio, then I'll be on camera more. I feel like when I get a studio, I'll be on camera more. Shit. It be so crazy to me how times change, you know what I'm saying? Because right when I was coming in the house, putting my keys in the door, you know, I thought about how I don't feel like being on camera like that today. I definitely need to still, you know, go live and chop it up with my chat. But you know, I thought about how every week, I used to just like get so prepared to do my show, like overly prepared. That's back when I was shopping every weekend. You know what I'm saying? So every week I was cute to the bitch. Cute, hair done, like just extra, like overly, you know what I'm saying? Overly done up for YouTube. Oh yeah, check my shorts, Miss Preston Girl. Oh yeah, you know Miss Preston Girl, like yeah, true story. So I was just thinking about how fast forward, that ain't my life no more. I definitely don't shop every weekend no more. Cause I feel like what's the point? You know what I'm saying? Like what's the point? I'm really not into throwing my money away like that no more. And what else? Shit, I can go on and on and on and on. But yeah, it's definitely not my thing no more. So anyway, yeah, I'm not coming on camera today. I might come on camera today for a little bit though, but like not right now, y'all. Just because I got stuff I'm trying to do this morning, and y'all know what it is. I'm not finna be sitting going live. Does that make sense? You know what I'm saying? Like I gotta be able to fit this live into my real life. And my real life, I got shit I need to do. I can't be just sitting down talking to y'all. You know what I'm saying? But at least I'm standing up talking to y'all right now. You see? And I'm doing what the hell I need to do. I'm about to wash my dishes. I'm about to make me some tacos, baby. And that's how I'm multitasking. You know what I'm saying? Because I really need to be at the library somewhere. Oh yeah, Miss Preston Curl, the law library. So shout out to that. You know, y'all remember I told y'all a long time ago that these people had me messed up. Yeah. So shout out to that. I'm still on that. I'm still on that. Okay. So right now I'm like, God damn it. I'm doing it all. I'm studying law. Lord, I said, what? I said, take the what and leave the what when this lady was giving me all this shit that child, that's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. Okay. But long story short though, life be lifing. And like I can't like put life on hold to come live, and I can't put live on hold for life either. You see? Oh no, Miss Preston Girl. I say I'm at the point in my life where they gonna have to coexist. You hear me? Shit. And yeah. So baby, let's do it, okay? Like what Tyler said, do it, do it, do it, do it, do it now, do it good. Shout out to that. Now, but like some things that we are gonna get into though. We're gonna be talking about Nicki Minaj's message to DJ Akademiks, where she gave DJ Akademiks a message. Hold on, y'all. I hope you understand that I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. I came in the game getting money. I'm going out of it just getting money. You be on that corny shit. Hey, oh man. Who am I now? Hold on, y'all. Wait 1 second. Hold on, I need to, what I need to do. Y'all give me 1 second. Damn, I don't even have a picture of my notes. Hold on. Had a real reason. All I get is bits and pieces. Shout out to that. Shout out to Chris. Chris Brown. That's my boy, okay? They can never make me hate Chris Brown. Never. Ever, ever, ever. Like Smokey said. You know, sometimes you just rock with people. When you just rock with people, you just rock with people, you know? Shit. And you allow them to be their fucking selves, you know? Like, for instance, me, your girl Shay Renee. I'ma tell y'all. I'ma open up to y'all for real this morning. That is one of my favorite things about my mom. For real, true story. I feel like she allows me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that, however myself is, you know. And I like that. I like that. And I love when people can wholeheartedly be themselves. No pretending, no, I'm doing this because of this. You know, I like when people can say, you know, just literally like, no, I'm sorry, I can't. You know, I'm really, I can't make it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little too exhausted or whatever the case have it. I just love authentic people. You know what I'm saying? And like the older I get, I try to lean more into my authentic self, y'all. Like for real, for real. And also another thing too, I try to like listen to myself too. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Like if today ain't no good day, it's not a good day. You know? Shit. I don't like when motherfuckers be acting like you can't have no good day either. Like you cannot not have a good day. You know? Like for instance, just recently I was listening to this lady on Instagram and she was addressing how you know, she addressed a lot of things, first of all, but she's raising a teenage son and she was talking about how she likes to allow her son to have she called it a mental health day, you know what I'm saying? Meaning like he don't have to go to school, you know. And like as a parent, I never thought about that, you know. I never thought about that. So I was like, okay, Instagram, do your thing then. Because I felt like it was meant for me to put eyes on that post. You know, because like I'm the mom that's like, it's okay, baby. You know what I'm saying? You gonna be okay. You know, you gonna be okay. The hardest part is already done. You done got up out the bed. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, you know, it's like, no. Like, are you really listening though? I said, you know, something is going on with me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, I'm like, okay, you gotta listen to that. You know, you gotta listen to that more. And so I'm like, I'm the same way. I love being myself. I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, I love when I can be myself too, you know, with people. So that's one of the things that I love about my husband too. Man, he just allows me to be myself. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta act a certain way. You know, I ain't gotta act a certain way for him to love me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta talk a certain way. I ain't gotta walk a certain way. You know? He just love me for myself. You know what I'm saying? For myself. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I don't got time. I'm too old. I was telling my baby yesterday, I'm too old to be pretending and overextending myself and all of that. I don't want to do that shit. It just is what it is. I want to do what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But anyway, y'all. So I got so much on my plate right now. I really do. To the point where tomorrow I'm probably not gonna go live until later. You know what I'm saying? If I go live at all. I don't know. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not about to stress about it. I tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because coming from somebody who used to stress all the time, I think that's why I be like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, I don't want to do that. That's probably another reason why, you know, I don't know. I can't explain it, but it probably coexists. I mean, it probably go hand in hand with what I was just saying about me being my authentic self and da 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 and da 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 da. You know, like I don't want to stress myself out trying to be something that I'm not. Oh shit! I always be worried about that. Ugh, I don't know what that is. Them the ugly ass. Look, I don't know, little snake looking ass thing. So ass on. You ain't got no goddamn patience. So anyway, I got my handy dandy notes there. I thought y'all see my notes. So y'all see Kevin McCall. Kevin McCall was crying. It was an ugly cry. And I said, ooh, Lord. I can't remember, but I think I laughed so ugly though. I did, I think so. Cause y'all know I'm Team Breezy. Shit. I might not necessarily be, I don't know if I'm exactly Team Breezy, but I'm definitely a Chris Brown fan and like Kevin McCall. Even though I don't take sides, y'all know I don't take sides. It don't matter. He taught his draws. It just is what it is. He taught his draws. Shit. But he did a damn good interview, y'all. Just recently, that interview he did where he was crying about being on EBT. I feel him though. When I was on EBT, I didn't want to be on EBT either. I didn't. And then one year they started acting funny with me. I kept applying. And they kept saying no. I said, you know what, bitch? I was like, you know what? Show you right. Child, let me see. I don't know when it was, but your girl, Miss Preston Girl, got an EBT anniversary. Ha! Yeah, I sure do. I told them, you know what? You right. Show you right. Show you right, bitch. Let me show you something. I'm going to show you something and I'm going to show myself something at the same time. Baby, I've been without EBT ever since. And I'm trying to see how long ago that was. It was a long time ago. I know that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see. It was before 2020. So shout out to that. If I had to guess, it was probably 2019. So about 6 years. So hold on. Yeah, about 6 years. Shit. And I wouldn't change it for the world. I don't care. I be seeing people make little, people be making jokes talking about they wish they could get food stamps. I don't. And maybe I was on them too long. That shit ain't funny to me. You see? Yeah. I'm like, let somebody else have that shit that really need it. You know what I'm saying? And that's not saying that I don't need it, but like, shit, I buy my food. my who? Shit. So I, you know what? I just might not. Yeah. For real. I told myself, man, fuck y'all. I'm coming up off of all that shit. What's next? What next? You see? And it just is what it is. You know, that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, my own personal story. I ain't speaking for nobody else. I ain't got time for that. But like, yeah, no. Shit. And that's why, you know, and I didn't want to be insensitive to the people who, you know, feel like, you know, y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, I don't want to be insensitive to the people who are worried about losing their stamps. I don't. But I'm a blood washed believer. Period. And not only that, I'm a blood washed believer who done been through some things. So I just tell people, you gonna be okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, things might be different, but you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it. At the end of the day, you damn sure will. You know. And I'll take it a step further. Who knows? Maybe that might be your turning point. You know what I'm saying? They might cut them stamps off. You might not like the way that feeling felt. You might not, and you might say, you know what? I never give nobody the power or the opportunity to feed me or starve me again. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, I didn't say all that to myself, but ultimately, that's what I did. Shit. I kept stepping with my head held high. And guess what? My children don't miss a beat. They don't miss a thing. Okay? They don't. And I take it a step further. With my money, hold on. With this motherfucking cash money, yeah. Like juvenile them. Oh, let's talk about it, Miss Jessica. I go, what? Yeah. What? They get all the motherfucking snacks and zuzus and wham whams they want. Yeah. Look. Strawberry lemonade. Grape juice. What? What we talking about? You see? EBT don't run a motherfucking thing around here, though. Yeah. Shit, I'll tell y'all that right now. So shout out to that. Like, man. But, child, Kevin is on stamps because he feel like he needs stamps to feed himself. It just is what it is. But, yeah, I had to address that right quick because, like, nah, everybody don't want to be on stamps. Show the fuck don't. Shit. Okay. Yeah. Like, I don't want that shit. I buy crab legs, steaks. What else? What else, Miss Pressing Curl? What? Bitch, I buy the whole cow. Cash. So, shout out to that. Now, anyway. But he did a damn good interview, y'all. That was a good interview, y'all. Like, it was good. You know what I'm saying? Outside of the Chris Brown slander and the Chris Brown hate. You know what I'm saying? And I will say this, though. Thank God Young Thug a little crazy, because he gonna need that little crazy with him. Yeah, when he see Kevin McCall. When he run into Kevin McCall, he gonna need that little crazy. Because Kevin ain't one of them. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like I was telling y'all. Kevin is like, he one of them. He looked like he fight like an ugly man. Sometimes ugly people, oh Lord, ugly people's strength is a little different. It just is what it is. Ugly people punches, I think they heavier. You know what I'm saying? It's something about the knuckles. Even the knuckles don't look right. But anyway, him, good looking brother. Good looking brother. But he fight, I think he can fight like he ugly though. Yeah, so I think that's why Chris Brown. Chris Brown, little light skin ass. It just is what it is. I feel like he didn't want that. You know? You know how when Debo said, "You want some of this, old man?" The daddy said, "No." That's how Chris reminds me. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Truth is, you know, when they your faves, you don't be wanting to like view your faves as scared of somebody, right? You at the end of the day, excuse me, like Kevin Hart said. But no, for real, at the end of the day, oh, you know what? I just thought about something. Fuck. Hold on, y'all. I gotta go to the law library tomorrow. So that's why I be out. Y'all don't even look for me. The mountain gonna be empty. But no, you know, when it comes to your faves, right, you never want to view them as scary, right? Or won't get out there. You know? But I just feel like I honestly in my heart of all hearts, I feel like even the boldest people, I don't care. I feel like even the boldest people you know, have some reservations. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes when it comes to certain people. You know, I don't know. That's just how I feel. But yeah, Kevin be talking shit. He do. And I be wondering why, you know. But it is what it is. I just told myself I don't think Crispy want to do that with Kevin. It is what it is. I don't think he want to go there. You know, He'll talk shit, but he won't that I know of though. Let me say that I know of. And I believe it though. Because if Kevin had whooped Chris Brown, he would say he whooped Chris Brown. Shit. He done said everything else. At the end of the day, I think it's a very unfortunate thing that Kevin is going through. I do. You know what I'm saying? And I want to wish him well. I ain't got nothing against the man. Nothing at all. I think that he has been blackballed. You know what I'm saying? Some kind of way, somebody ain't messing with him. But I just don't understand. I don't understand how, you know, I don't know. Maybe it's not for me to understand, but I don't understand how he can be so talented and then like can't use his talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, even if he's blackballed, he should be able to DM artists and be like, hey, I'm working on this. You know what I'm saying? Do you like this? I can sell it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he should be able to sell music still. Period. Unless, you know, the artist is going to their record label and the record label is like, nah, we ain't buying shit from him. You know, like, that's all I can think of. It's weird though, but you would think that somebody like a Kevin McCall could get on his feet. And I take it a step further. Kevin McCall, get your ass a podcast just like everybody else. Shit. Like, you in the industry, you was in the industry, you know a lot of industry people. You know, it just is what it is. He gotta do what he gotta do to get up off his ass. And somebody gave him some good ass advice too. They basically said that what they say to Kevin? They told Kevin that he need to quit living in the past. I think that boy name is Real. I think that's Heather. Heather, what's her name? Heather Sanders. What? I can't think of them people name, but I know them people. Them that husband and wife. But anyway, yeah, he gave him some good advice. He told him to quit living in the past, and he definitely needs to quit living in the past. He needs to quit thinking about what he had, what he felt like he lost, all of that. And he need to focus on the new man that he want to be now. You know, that was some excellent, excellent, amazing advice for Kevin McCall. But I will say this though, Kevin wanted to sit down and see. He said, y'all want to know who I think can't sing? I love that. Like, I love that. Like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but like, if I was into doing interviews, I would probably interview Kevin McCall, because to me, he did a good job. He gave a good interview. You know what I'm saying? It was almost like for instance, when he said, y'all want me to tell y'all who I think can sing and who I think can't sing? I feel like that was his own content. I don't think nobody asked him that. You know, I feel like that was just his own content that he wanted to bring to make his interview more interesting, you know? I also think that like he probably understands numbers and stuff like that when it comes to interviews. So that's another thing too, you know. He probably want to, you know, make his interview go viral. Shit, and that he did. Now that he did. So shout out to him and that, Miss Pressica. He definitely went viral, y'all. And he made a list of people that he said can't sing. He said Patti LaBelle. He started with Patti LaBelle. Child, people lost their minds. Before you left me, I had it all. You were with me, and that was enough. Yeah, that's my song. Hold up. Ooh. He wasn't talking about her. I bet you he wasn't talking about her. Yeah, but I'm not a Patti LaBelle girl, you know, honestly. Like, I hate to say it, but I don't know if I can name one Patti LaBelle song. Not right now. Not off the top of my head. I would have to hear it and be like, oh, that's Patti. Okay, yeah. So, I don't know. But he also named Keisha Cole, and I was like, he might got a point there. You know, it just is what it is. Because he definitely named Mary J. Blige, and I told y'all that. I told y'all that. I told y'all that. When he said that, I swear, I felt so vindicated. I was like, man, I told my pooper stars that Mary can't sing like that. Mary ass cannot sing. You know what I'm saying? She could sing an okay, but not like, you know what I'm saying? And I told y'all, I was like, Mary J. Blige should really be so thankful to whoever put her on. And, and at the time, I said Diddy. But I want to retract that, because I don't know if Diddy put Mary J. on, like, her first song ever. You know what I'm saying? All I know is it seems like Diddy has been keeping her afloat throughout all of these years, okay? It just is what it is. We know when it comes to Mary, that's Diddy's girl, period, hands down. So I was like, you know, I just couldn't believe that Mary J. Blige wasn't there to support Diddy more. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, if it wasn't for Diddy, you know, Mary wouldn't have had no career like that in my hearts of our hearts, because I be listening. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, Mary can't sing like that. She can't. So I was happy to hear that. I was so fucking happy. It is what it is. Cause like I said, I just felt vindicated. I was like, yeah, I already knew that. And then it's crazy that he named Keisha Cole, because we all know Keisha Cole was like the young Mary. You know what I'm saying? She's kind of like a young, you know, it just is what it is. We felt like when Keisha came out, people was comparing Keisha to Mary. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is. And like with that being said though, I wasn't surprised that Keisha made that list. I wasn't. Even though I felt like she did her thing on last night. Hey, couldn't even get an answer. Ooh, she sung her ass off on there though, Kevin. But yeah, no, it didn't surprise me that the like baby Mary J. Blige made that list too. It didn't at all. Some of these people better think they lucky stars. You know what I'm saying? Some people was just at the right place at the right time. I'm going to say some people slept with the right person. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And I ain't saying none of them people that I just named. I'm just saying industry folks, period. You know? Have you ever just wondered how, you know? I just feel like that's how a lot of one-hit wonders be coming about. People just be using them. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But anyway, shout out to Kevin McCall for dropping that thump on, because I was like, oh yeah. I was like, oh yeah, he's saying something now. He's saying something now, so shout out to that. What else is going on these internet streets? It's a lot going on. Nicki Minaj time the industry, times in the industry. People want to know why Nicki Minaj is not taking this to court. People want to know why Nicki Minaj is like seemingly embarrassing herself. A lot of people feel like she's embarrassing herself. She's tarnishing her brand and nah. You know, and I get it. I understand. But I also wanted to make a video just, you know, touching a little bit on that, and also touching on, you know, the Nicki Minaj thing. Because this is the thing. I think when it comes to Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they are one and the same. A little bit. Like, they both be ranting. You see that on my list? Well, it's where it says, child, they both be ranting. Because they do. I said, watch when Nicki leave. The minute Nicki leave, Cardi B gonna pick up the dial. She gonna pick up the fucking what's it called when they be running? The baton. The baton. Shit. If we ain't hearing from one, we hearing from the other. Yeah, I'm just gonna need y'all to cut the shit. You know what I'm saying? I just gonna need people to cut the shit a little bit. I honestly feel like they don't get, like, I don't know. People just be on Nicki head way more. Does that make sense? You know, but Cardi B does it too. She do. They are so much alike in that aspect. Shit, they both get online prancing. So yeah, if it's good for one, it's gonna definitely be good for the other. I can tell you that right now. And I take it a step further. I'm a little bit biased on the situation because one, I'm like, just let people be. Just let people be. You trying to control her. You know what I'm saying? You trying to control her. You feeling like she shouldn't be online doing all of everything she doing is a control, like a, you know what I'm saying? That's a control issue. Mind your business. Shit. You don't like it, don't read it. You know? It is what it is. But let her do her. That's almost, you know what? It ain't no different than telling Sexy Red don't act the way she act. Or telling Suki don't act the way she act. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to not like it, but I feel like when you try to correct it, then you might be doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? Because it just is what it is. Let people be themselves. You know, as long as they're not harming nobody. Now, the whole conservative thing, that's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? The conservatorship, that's the only thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if people worried about that, then I feel them a little bit, you know? But other than that, can people be themselves? Because one thing about it, this is what I like right here. Things be coming out. You know what I'm saying? Things be coming out later on. Like, for instance, y'all remember when Kanye made the whole, he said, I forgot what Kanye said. I kind of don't even want to say it over here on this platform anyway. But he said something about how, you know, y'all remember the 400 years comment. I'm just going to leave it at that. The 400 years comment. So many people was mad at Kanye But I feel like they didn't understand what he meant. He just meant that, hell, y'all just lay down and put up with anything. Y'all accept anything. Y'all don't know how to fight for shit. Like, that's all he was saying. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's true. So, in my hearts of my hearts, I feel like what Kanye was saying is true. And it came to pass, you know what I'm saying, kind of. And I be feeling the same thing. I feel the same way about Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Like, it might be a lot of it might seem like it's a lot of craziness going on and right? But in all honesty though, she really saying something. And people trying to play her like she just ranting or she just rambling. Or she's tripping about somebody spilling her milk. Like, nah, man. You know? She tripping about some real shit. You know. And I take a step further. She tripping about some shit that she see fit to trip over. Who the fuck are we to tell her not to? You know? Like, that's just how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. Because, see, let me tell you something. At one point, I did used to feel like that. But that's when I felt like, I told y'all. Let me rewind for the girls in the back. Or the people that never heard me say it. Or don't even remember I said it. When I used to worry about Nicki, it was because I thought her mental health was in a bad state. See, right now, this ain't that. This ain't that Nicki Minaj, believe it or not. Like, no. I feel like right now, Nicki done start kind of having fun with this shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like how people trying to say, oh, Cardi is the drama, and Cardi got her this, and Cardi got her that. Man, ain't none of that shit going on. Nicki Minaj don't care nothing about no Cardi B. She don't. She don't care nothing about no Cardi B like that. It's the industry as a whole. You see, she got issues with all them motherfuckers for different reasons. Yeah. It just is what it is. And that's one thing that I do hate about life, you know. That is one thing that I do hate about life. People will try to, because even me, I had an enemy, right? I'm going to give you an example. I had an enemy back in the day, right? And we argued a lot. And it's like people used to want me to like not engage and just take a step back because they felt like it was getting to me, right? It was really bothering me. And I got to keep it real. It was, you know what I'm saying? It really was. But at the end of the day though, I couldn't do it just because they wanted me to. You know what I'm saying? Like I had to get there. Like I honestly had to get tired of it for myself. And I did eventually. But you know, that's the thing. People be wanting you to do, and I got another example too. People be wanting you to do things how they want you to do it. Like for instance, I had a homegirl back in the day. A long time ago. Bullshit dude. You know. Man, you could say, leave him. Girl, you need to leave him. Girl, he ain't shit. Girl, he ain't about shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, you could say that 100,000 times, 400,000 times, 500,000 times, 600,000 times. You could say that a million times to one person. And like, they're not going to do it when you say it. You know what I'm saying? It's more like when they get good and ready. Like, it has to be something that they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, I just be wishing like people just leave her alone. You know what I'm saying? Just leave her alone. Because at the end of the day, we don't know everything. We don't. We don't even have all the information. Lots of people don't even have all the information. I mean, for real. Like, for instance, Nicki Minaj says, and I believe her, that Jay-Z has ties to the Breakfast Club, allegedly. and that the Breakfast Club be kind of like talking crazy to people, you know, kind of like on his behalf. Well, how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Even the Breakfast Club don't even know every single thing that's going on between Nicki Minaj and Jay-Z. They just don't. Like, there's no way. Like, Nicki Minaj just recently told us something about a song that Jay-Z had blocked her from doing. We didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said, it's like, I was listening to a show just recently and somebody was talking on it and they said, you know, what Nicki Minaj is going through reminds them of a kid being in school and another kid is kicking their chair and irritating them. You know what I'm saying? And nobody can see that they kicking their chair. You know what I'm saying? So they look like they just wilding out. But really they being picked on and they being messed with. And yeah, I feel like the industry has they do a damn good job. I just say I wouldn't even blame it on the industry. I feel like that's how it looks with Nicki Minaj. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can tell that she being picked on. Because it's all behind the scenes. You know? And I take it a step further, people get tired. People get tired. And so they will fight in ways that they only know how. You know what I'm saying? So your fighting tactic might be to just be quiet and focus on your mental health. And not come online and not tweet about it. Because that's what people want her to do. They want her to quit talking about it online and quit tweeting about it online and just do everything behind the scenes. Now, that might be your fighting tactic, but that doesn't have to be hers. You know? Maybe she don't know how to do it that way. Maybe she don't know how. Maybe she don't want to do it that way. You know? Who knows? But I definitely think that, you know, this is just, it's been going on for a long time, and it probably ain't going nowhere. You know, it is what it is. It probably ain't going nowhere until Jay-Z, I hate to say it, but, you know, until he gets tired, or you know, because, you know, shoot. Y'all know when Diddy was going through his stuff, everybody kept saying that Jay-Z was next, Jay-Z was next, Jay-Z was next. So like, who knows? You know, maybe Jay-Z's little you know, maybe his stuff is coming to a head for real. Maybe Nicki Minaj know that for real. You know, it's definitely some stuff going on in court. I can tell y'all that right now. Like how we ain't heard from that boy that wanted that blood test from Jay-Z. That's not coincidental. Shit. That is not coincidental. I think he's somewhere still doing his things behind the scenes. Shit, working on it behind the scenes. And that's what people be wanting Nicki Minaj to do. And I understand. I do understand. I feel like brand-wise, that would be good for her. But, you know, I'm not finna just, you know what I'm saying, go off the deep end and she this and she that and she this and she that because she ain't doing it the way people think she should. No, shit. And I'll take a step further, okay? Because Nicki been told out. Like, Nicki remind me of Kodak Black. She don't be hiding nothing. So, yeah. I think she be saying she pop whatever she pops. I think that, you know, regular life mixed with, you know, things that you might be using that, alters your personality and you know, like being drinking and stuff like that. It changes you, you know. So that's that too, you know. Maybe just maybe, you know what I'm saying? Um, some, you know, whatever she do, she need to be doing it from a sober mind. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You know, who knows? Maybe when you online and you feel like you wanna say this and say that, maybe you just need to make sure you are completely sober. You know, and that's not saying that she be on anything when she do it, but I'm just saying that to me would make a lot of sense. Shit. But yes, y'all, if you notice in the description, I did put part 1 because this is just part 1 of the whole Nicki Minaj's message to DJ Akademiks. But because I'm gonna let y'all hear it from her own words. But then at the same time, she basically just told DJ Akademiks that Rock Nation is using him. You know, because DJ Akademiks and you know, she gave him his props too for speaking out because God damn it, I didn't do this right. I'm not supposed to be throwing this out. Well, I guess it don't matter. Shit. She gave him his props for speaking out because she know that shit ain't easy in an industry like theirs. Because let me tell you something. Nicki Minaj is in an industry, right, where everybody be scared, y'all. They do. They be scared. So it's not like, you know what I'm saying? It's not like, you know, y'all know I be watching Cops. I gotta give y'all this example. So it's not like the police coming up and saying, hey, did anybody see anything? I mean, it is kind of like that. And you know, when everybody be like, no, to the police, that's how they be acting in the industry too. You know, a lot of people in the industry know Nicki Minaj ain't telling no lies and stuff like that. And I take it a step further, which is so hard for me to do right now at this moment. But I gotta keep it real, y'all. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Myself first, and then here y'all come. I don't know. Now I don't know about that Tory Lane shit. Now I'm gonna just say this about the Tory Lane shit. I do still think he did it, but I think this whole situation is weird, and that's why people were saying free him, free him, free him. Now I'm starting to think the situation is weird just based off of how Nicki Minaj is talking about Jay-Z. Because remind you, before Nicki Minaj, there was nobody that would speak out or up against Jay-Z. Who? I think that no one on the corner has swag like us, girl did. But like, she got ruined. That's why she don't even have a career no more. I'm not gonna say that's the reason why, but come on, man. Hey. Like, nobody does it. You know what I'm saying? You know how Nicki Minaj say, you go against the queen, it's gonna cost you. Yeah, that's how I feel about Jay-Z. You go against Jay-Z, it's gonna cost you. For real. Like, just think about it. Look how Chris Brown is. Look at Chris Brown. To me, Chris Brown is, first of all, 2025, he's having an amazing year. And I want to say it started last year. You know what I'm saying? He is having an amazing run. But one thing about Chris Brown has been trying to get his career back on track since all of that shit happened to him back in the day. He went up against Jay-Z. And I feel like it cost him. Shit, you know how many years it's been? And Chris just now, for real, let's talk about him, expressive girl. He just now coming from up out of that shit. And when I say coming from up out of it, he seems like it barely bothers him anymore. It seems like he seems, well, no, I'm not gonna say that. I think it does still bother him, but I don't like he. Okay, for instance, he ain't looking crazy. He look clean. He look healthy. He don't look like the industry is fucking over him and his mind and his career no more. I tell you that. Shit. But look how long it took him. Look how long it took him. And I take it a step further. Had Chris Brown told us some of the shit that was going on with him behind the scenes, as far as him and Jay-Z goes, he wouldn't have never got to this point he had today. Chris, that's my most humble, honest opinion. Chris had to play the game. He had to go about his business. Tuck his tail a little bit. I don't care how you slice it and dice it. Shit. Choke it up. Ooh, y'all know. I gotta get that American gang. I gotta get that down. I gotta get that. Well, who was that? Frank Lucas. I gotta get that Frank Lucas line down. Y'all know I was practicing it one day. I had it for a second and I ain't got it. I ain't got it, but I gotta get that one down, y'all. He said, I don't care what you call it. Shit. Yeah. I don't care what you call it. Like, Matter of fact, you know, I was just singing this song this morning about 50 Cent, talking about, bitch, I'm the man. Home, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. Bitch, I'm the man. Home, I'm the man. You know I'm the man. That's my song, y'all. But Chris Brown on there. Man, Chris Brown would have never became the man. Half the man. None of the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. I'm the man. Hey! Shout out to Chris Brown. That's my boy. They can never make me hate him. But, now, true story, that's my boy. But, man, he had to go about it a different way, y'all. And that's what they be wanting Nicki Minaj to do. And I think Nicki Minaj be thinking she got too much on the line for that. And I also be thinking she ain't, I don't know. That's not what she want to do. I take it a step further. I feel like she been doing that for years and then she got tired eventually. Like they all do. They all do. They all do. It ain't no different than Erica Banks. Y'all see how Erica Banks finally left, what's his name? The same one Megan Thee Stallion was having problems with, Carl Crawford. She finally left Carl. You know, that's because, you know why? Because she was, at first though, before she left him, she was probably over there suffering in silence. Shit. For real. Like a lot of people do. Y'all know how I go. A lot of people be scared to speak up for themselves in fear of being retaliated on. Shit, it is what it is. And I hate the way people try to play Nicki Minaj like what she doing is like so mediocre and she's so crazy and it's just crazy. It's like, how can you like, man, she's speaking up against the industry giant. An industry giant. Somebody that's like the industry dad. Shit. And his wife is like the industry mama down here. And they be acting like if it was them, they'll be doing it better? Man, I don't know about that. Nah, I think Nicki Minaj is causing, I think she just trying to bring attention to the shit. Bring awareness to the shit, actually. I think she wants Jay-Z to quit doing what he be doing, period. I think she trying to bring her into that shit. It is what it is. I don't think Nicki Minaj wants to answer to him no more and deal with the shit he be doing. Cause remind you, when you got power, you can do a lot of shit. Just like when Rick Ross said that he was throwing Big Meech a birthday party. I mean, a welcome home party. Remember when 50 Cent called down there and got that shit canceled? Like, come on, man. Y'all act like people don't be messing with people behind the scenes and like people don't get fed up and da 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 da. Listen, I ain't talking to the perfect people because they don't even exist. I'm talking to the people that have some sense of, you know, some sense of real, like, understanding, you know, and can empathize with the situation. See, some people, when they just don't like you, they just, yeah, they ain't trying to hear none of that shit. But I will say this, though, you got a lot of people who do like Nicki that still don't like what she doing. Understood? Understood. I'm definitely not trying to defend her actions. I'm not trying to defend Nicki Minaj's actions. But I do think that I will come to her defense. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to her defending herself. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, she, like, let's say she cussed out some people on the internet. I might feel like, man, I don't necessarily agree with what she said, but I understand, you know. I can understand why she did it, you know, type ish. That's how I feel about that. But yeah, long story short, my bad. Y'all know I take a while sometimes. So shout out to that. Shout out to everybody who don't care and they like it and they just be listening. Yes, MVP. So anyway, so Finesse is locked up. Shout out to Finesse. Finesse. What's that thing called? Mugshot was a mess. I hope he okay. They probably whooped his ass a little bit, but he out, alive, able to tell the story. So shout out to that. What else is going on? Herb. Oh my God, Herb. Hey, Herb. Hey, Herb. Herb, check the hell out of Vlad. And I was here for it. Wait. Did we talk about this yesterday? Or, I don't know. Like, this is crazy. Why I feel like I'm having deja vu? I don't know. Maybe it's just, I don't know, when I wrote my notes or something. But anyway, so Herb checked Vlad. It is what it is. He checked the hell out of DJ Vlad. Shout out to Jaherbo and shout out to that. I ain't mad. He did what he had to do. And it was because Vlad was hating on Herbo doing an interview somewhere. He tried to make it seem like he mad Herbo. Boy, please. Boy, stop. And he tried to, you know, talk down on the podcast that Herbo did because he was like, you done went over there and got 670 something views. Vlad, quit hating on that 670 something views, bro. You had to have, bro. You was there one day, right? It is what it is. Quit hating. And if you ask me, I think Vlad just. Oh yeah, I did talk about this because I talked about Marlon Wayans. I remember now. But yeah, if you ask me, Vlad just hating. You know, it is what it is. I think he really, really gets in his feelings when don't nobody want to come over there. But let me tell you something, Vlad. Hey, Vlad. It's your girl, Shay Renee. And you probably don't know me because I ain't getting the views that you feel like a motherfucker should be getting. Yeah, it is what it is. But let me just say this. Vlad, work on you, work on your empire, work on your content. Like, yeah, you gotta have something else going on when ain't nobody coming to talk. It just is what it is. So you won't be looking crazy, right? One, you won't be looking crazy. And two, running your brand in the ground. I'm gonna tell you like this. The more these rappers quit coming, the more they gonna quit coming. And you ain't gonna have nobody over there but, what's his name? Whoever, White. I can't think of his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The one Angela said, the one Angela was messing with. Tyler Perry Angela. one that said boom. She a trip. But she say 4 years of broke touchdown. Y'all know that. Matter of fact, that was his baby mama. When I say Miss Preston Curl, that was his baby mama that said that. I love it. Oh, I love what she called that lady that. But anyway, him, Jaleel White, is that his name? Nah, that might be Steve Urkel. His name is somebody White though. I know it ain't gonna. And I know he definitely like, oh man, I know Vlad probably sick Boosie going to jail. It is what it is. You won't be, I guess you won't be replacing them with your herbo, Vlad. Because you didn't, let your mouth overload your ass. It just is what it is. And Jehovah, check the fuck out of Vlad. I'm going to have to get that. I think I got it. I'm definitely going to have to get that. Hey, yo. It's somewhere. Where is it? Oh, I might not. Well, yeah, I might not have it. I need that though. Hey, Herb. Herb had to say he had to take up for himself, and I ain't mad at it. Cause you know one thing about it, I'm not used to him addressing shit. So shout out to him though, and that. Ooh, it's hot. So anyway, what else is going on in these internet streets, y'all? What my handy dandy notes had said. Hold on, I'm coming. Trying to put me a taco together. About to eat. Chop it up with y'all. Guess I'm just about done. I'm almost done chopping it up with y'all though. Part 1. Part 2 gonna be a little bit more lit. I could bet you, I promise y'all that. Let me see. Trump and Diddy, yeah. See, some of these notes should have got deleted. I see what had happened was some of them should have got deleted. I didn't add it to the list. Cause yeah, Nicki, okay, and then it's an update. Nicki Minaj. I was looking up Nicki Minaj yesterday. Her Instagram was gone. I said, ooh, eek. See, they got a little pull. You know what I'm saying? See, stuff like that. That's annoying, bro. Why is y'all fucking with my IG? I mean, it is what it is. They did it to Boosie, but child. So, I wonder if she got it back now. She didn't have it yesterday. I know that. But see, Nicki gotta understand Instagram be tripping. I'm not gonna say they be tripping, but look, I mentioned that Instagram will delete anybody's stuff. They will, right? They, you know what I'm saying? If y'all name ain't Kim Kardashian or Beyonce, man, your shit be up for grabs. It just is what it is. Your shit be up for grabs. You better be careful. Somebody gonna be holding your arm. Somebody, come on, Greg. I'm telling you, like, it just depends. If you don't care about your Instagram like that, then do you. But like, if you like to be on there, then don't be on there breaking their rules and stuff like that, because they be tripping. They are very strict. I'm surprised they finally quit messing with Boosie. Boosie finally started getting it through his head or whatever Boosie needed to do. Instagram said, like Jeezy, they said, let's get right. Shit, get right or get left. IG do not play that. But, yeah, child. Word on the carpet is they didn't, deleted Nicki Instagram. I'm like, oh, Lord. There's a lot going on. Another thing that a lot of people don't understand is I think a lot of this shit like, yeah, I think what Nicki doing, it got a lot to do with a lot of shit. Like, how, for instance, you remember how Cat Williams said that, like, this year it was about to go down? Yeah, I think all of that. All of that. And I take it a step further. I think because Nicki Minaj keep bringing up a Rico, and I don't think she's talking about the suave one, baby. Yeah. I don't think she's talking about the one with the good hair. Yeah, nah, I'm starting to think, you know what I'm starting to think? I'm starting to think that it is something going on, but Nicki Minaj is the only one speaking out, but other people are working on it too. In other words, I feel like they probably got a group message going around. Like, oh yeah, let's talk about it. And I'll take it a step further too. Tory Lanez probably in on it too. Nicki and Tory, probably the largest. Like, what's how to say it? For real. But I think, like, in other words, I think they gotta, hold on, let me get my water, y'all. At this point, I feel like they got a 1-800 number going. Call, just like how, remember how they did with Diddy? I think they got it with Jay-Z. I do. In my hearts of our hearts. Like, has Jay-Z ever scammed you? Do he owe you money? Have he ever did something, some type of unlawful business practice? Yeah, how much you want to bet? And I feel like Nicki Minaj just, yeah, she just being public with it. But I definitely think there's something brewing in the back, like some tea. Yeah. Okay. Um. Mm-hmm. So, Jaherbo and Moneybag Yo got a song together. I said, well, shout out to that. Everybody kept saying, oh my God, Ari, you oughta done. Ha! I thought that was funny as hell. Mm. But I also deem it necessary for real. I do. It's like Ari, Herb, and Taina be doing stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even make sense. If y'all done all came together and y'all all family now and y'all ain't tripping no more, then it is what it is. Shout out to her, Jaherbo, Moneybag Yo, for being grown men. I take it a step further too, though. Moneybag Yo, Moneybag seems like he got a good head on his shoulders, you know? Mm-hmm. In other words, he don't seem all crazy and like a hot head that can't like tell nothing to. Nah, he be chilling. seem like he be chilling. He seem like a good dude. Like, you seem like the type of person if Ori start trying to fight on him. I'm not gonna say he probably would never hit her eventually, especially if she's doing too much. But he don't seem like the type that'll be his first go-to. You know? He seemed like the type of person that's more like just hold her hands or something. Put her in a makeup straight jacket. Until she calmed down. He seemed like a good person. So shout out to Ari, who landed her a good thing. Let's go around. Yeah, I know he be cheating. Allegedly, he didn't cheated in the past, but I feel like you women that mess with women, y'all be sending them men weird signals. So, yeah. Honestly, I think they be feeling like, well, why I can't get a pecan somewhere else? You be doing it, you know? A peanut, if you will. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So, anyway, what else is going on? You seen in that streets. Okay, now let me just say this too. We're going to talk about Cardi B and Amon too. Because y'all know I love to talk about Cardi B. No, I mean, y'all know I love to talk about friendships. And their relationship ended. And now it's weird. I feel like it's weird. They both just don't know what to do. And now it's getting messy. So I'm gonna do a video about that real soon because Cardi B and Armand, it's messy. It is, and I want to wish both of them well. Off the rip, just off the top of my head, I think they are both very successful. And I think if they not gonna get along, they should just leave each other alone. You know? Because I feel like it ain't nothing worse than like getting into it with somebody that you want to school with. Like that shit is so ugh. You know what I'm saying? To me, I was gonna say it's kind of like Nicki Minaj and Riley. But I don't know if I could use them as an example because it's starting to get a little messy now. But like, no, Nicki Minaj and Riley, they quit being friends. And like nobody even really knew like that. I told y'all I knew. Because shit, I pay attention to everything. It's hard to miss me. But I didn't know. I was just like, yeah, they must be tripping. I had a feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because I saw a switch up. If that makes sense. You know? It's like you pay attention to something and then it changes. That's what happened. That's all. But like that. I like that. That's the way it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? There ain't supposed to be no weird energy. Now we're not supposed to be telling each other secrets and talking down on each other and, you know, acting like we never once was cool. I don't like that. You know, I feel like the best enemies or ops or whatever people call it these days are the ones that you was never friends with. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, man, I'm tell you like this. And I done been through some shit in my day. I done been through some shit. But I do not see myself coming at an ex-friend or a family member or something like that. Like, as hard as I would somebody out the street that I don't know and never had a relationship. I don't see that. I don't see that at all. And I'll take it a step further. I have such a good relationship with my friends over the years. And I would never want to do that. I wouldn't. I would never want to do that. But I will say this. When friendships end, it hurts. And people don't like to address that. I don't know why people don't like to address that. Y'all just treat y'all friends like they ain't shit. And that's probably why the relationship don't end. I mean, don't work. And I'll just say it like this too, though. People put way more time into their boyfriend-girlfriend relationship. Does that make sense? Not time. That's not the right word. Effort. Way more effort. And then their friends just get tossed, fried, and laid out to the side. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Like, yeah, nobody talks about them friendship breakups enough, baby. You know, Shay Renee, we're going to touch topic. We're going to touch the topic. You know what I'm saying? Just to bring more light and energy and truth, you know, and a conversation to that situation. And also because we ain't talking about what everybody else talking about. And, you know, giving y'all a break from the norm, right? A break from the 50-50 talk. And so, that's that. But what I am touching on that later, like I said. But what I did want to say about it, though, y'all, with y'all this morning is, so Cardi B was going off on Armand, right? She mad at Armand right now. And somebody said she called him ugly. I did not hear her call him ugly. And then they keep saying Armand called Cardi B ugly, and I ain't never heard him call her ugly either. And Cardi B say he called her a bitch. I ain't never heard him call her a bitch either. But y'all women, y'all talk the way y'all want to talk for real, and y'all just act like can't nobody say nothing about y'all. Like, Cardi, if he called you a B, that would not be that fucking bad. Let's be for real. But, child, it is what it is. I feel like that ugly shit will bother her way more, way worse. But our mom keep asking for receipts. Like, when did I call you ugly? You know what I'm saying? So I believe him. But it is what it is. It don't matter. That's neither here nor there. But Cardi is also saying that our mom lied on her. And said that she said she's gonna outsell Nicki Minaj. Now, Cardi. Now, Cardi. You know I like you. I just got to the party, Cardi. With that being said, let me just say this, Cardi. You probably didn't say that you would outsell Nicki Minaj, but you definitely said you was gonna outsell. And now she's saying that she was saying she was gonna outsell her old album. Cardi, you should have said that. You should have said that. You know? Because people took that as some Nicki Minaj shade. And I feel like at the time, you was good with that. You was good with people taking it that way. But now, you want to clear it up. Girl. A part of me don't believe Cardi, man. A part of me don't. I hate to say it. But we're going to get into that a little later, y'all. Yeah. We definitely gonna be talking about that a little bit later. So shout out to that. Y'all scoot up in here like a bumper car. Replay game. Make sure you hit that like button. Leave me a comment or two too. I appreciate that. I love the comments. So shout out to that. But I'm about to run, y'all, so I can work on what we got coming up. I'm gonna work on what we got coming up. See what else is going on in these internet streets, because it's a lot. And baby, I'll be back. Like on the Schwarzenegger tail. Trust me. I'll be back. So shout out to that. I'll see y'all in a minute, store. I appreciate everybody who came through. Everybody who hit that like button. I'll see y'all in a minute. Bye.